I'm still waiting for people, but hey everyone, it's been a minute. Hi, how you doing, Silver? Oh, Carrot. I'm sorry, my brain is not working. I'm just gonna be doing some coloring before I have to leave for work. My alarm may go off a little bit, but yeah. Hi everyone who may join. If you have any questions, leave a message in everything here. But yeah, it's been a while. um, please forgive me while I get used to things. Okay. Oh, I am way too close on that. Give me 1 second to adjust. Sorry. Hide there. Oh, of course. Did I not enable? Can you hear anything now? I'm trying. Let me try something. The mic is full volume. Everything is full volume. Hypercast Duo. Yep, that's right. Can you hear me better now? Okay, that's weird. Yeah, I just wanted to do a little doodling before, or a little coloring before my shift, and I wanted to share. Hey, Mira. Change the tracking mode on this really quick. She's just gonna be looking down for now because that's what I'm doing. I don't like this tracker, but it's more high quality than the other tracker I had. Anyway. Microphone's over here now. Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me better now? I'm like right against the microphone now. And I have two microphones on, so that's probably why. Let me see. Let me mute that one. Can you hear me better now? Is there less of an echo? Turn that off. How about now? Is the echo down now? Okay, just want to make sure. For some reason, I have a mic and then I have a mic. It's weird. I don't know. Anyway, coloring. How's everybody doing? Mm. Ah. Should have calibrated before, but it's okay. Just an impromptu stream. Let me know. If things get a little too twitchy for you. And not in the streaming service way. In the I can't keep up way. Oh, maybe YouTube Studio will show me. Yay, distracting, yay, listening. And do purple for her phone case, or like a light blue for her phone case. And that should not be there. My head is buried in my chest. It's so funny. I should move the camera that's tracking me. Give me 1 second. Do that there and that there. So now you can see me kinda. Sorry. It's a little weird. Reset the tracker. VTubing is fun, guys. It's so much fun. Reset tracking. You can't see me because I'm over here. Because the camera's not pointing at me. Why is she doing that? Come on, girl. You can do better. You're so goofy right now. Anyway. My camera is so weird. Okay, so if she's looking that way on that side, don't remove it that way. This is so dumb. Well, at least I'm just embarrassed and not crying. Okay, she's not gonna talk for a little bit. Put her here. Because she can't see me. Well, reset the tracker again. Disable link. And smile detection. It's okay. It's either this or pay money to VTube Studio. Anyway, let's get back to drawing. If you want to learn how to draw, I can do a learning stream one day. Wrong one. There we go. I used to be a teacher's assistant in another life. So I know a little bit about teaching. In Minecraft, yeah. Alarm's gonna go off, so just as a heads up, you might hear that. Stop. There we go. There's some swearing on the screen, I'm sorry. How's everybody's week been going? Or weekend? How was everyone's weekend? Let me ask that question. I feel like I don't do a good job at hosting these things. I want to do better at that. I think that's my problem is like, because I'm not doing this as much, I don't know how to do the stream as like most people can. Like, I want to engage with audience, and sometimes that doesn't work. Let's see. Let's see. Is there anybody chatting in YouTube? I don't see anybody on YouTube. Streamlabs is weird. Actually. I love the way she came out. Wrong one. Trying to indicate the shave on her side. I want to put on music, but I don't know. Looking down at your chest while you draw? Probably. Oop. I honestly don't know. Now to draw the now to color all the flashback scenes. Oh wait, I still have to color her phone. So when I worked worked in quotation marks because didn't really work. I did my own comic for them while they were doing the inks and getting it published for me, which was nice, and I appreciate that. I really do. But I remember one meeting was during the beginnings of getting the comic book published and production and everything, and I still would do phones and whatnot, because as a youngish person at the time, someone who is glued to her phone, I would try to make it reflect that, kids are on their phone a lot and they would have things. The first, I think it was page 4 of the first Lightning Man comic, was of the new Lightning Man comic was a TikTok-esque app that was on Rob's phone to alert him as to the trouble that was going on. But the complaint was, you always draw people on their phone. I don't understand that. Because people are on their phone. It's it reflects reality. I don't know what to tell you. But they were older people. I get it, And this was, of course, generations before, iPhones, or during the iPhone when it first came out. Yeah, I can imagine that, but I mean, I need an excuse as to why someone would be to me, I need an excuse as to why someone would be alerted to a crime, or why someone would be getting, with text alerts, it was just a way to do a bat signal without having a bat signal, and it was more modern, and kids are glued to their phones more than anything. As a youngish person I was at the time, I think I was in my 30s at the time. So this is going way back. Uh, but yeah, no, like I'm glued to my phone as a 44-year-old woman. You know, I'll I'll fully put out my age. That don't bother me. But yeah, being on your phone, you get like text alerts and emails, and the constant barrage of information being dumped on you. So I figured Lightning Man would that uh, have like news alerts set up on his phone to where he would be alerted to criminal activity, things like that. And it's not like we don't have vigilante apps out now. There's like what neighborhood? I forget what the Facebook thing was a few years ago. But they would do all kinds of like special alerts on, hey, have you seen this in this neighborhood? Be careful and stuff like that. So it's not like they don't things like that don't exist in the real world. It's just my fantasy world of, you know, a kid should be a kid on his phone, or a kid being a superhero should be grounded by also what a kid in real life would have at their disposal. More often than not, kids have phones. And sometimes the alerts that we get are not the best. Anyway, rant over. Alright. Now, if you see the Clip Studio, we have Margot all vibrant here in her 4-color glory, and the line art of the flashback stuff is all like shaded differently, and that's because Margot is in a separate set of layers. Even her word balloons are all in separate layers. That if I was to hide them, poof, they gone. And the line art is outside of that. It's a way to get like the borders cut off for the texting, or for the dialogue box. If I wanted these out of the dialogue box, out of the border, I would put them on a separate layer above the paneling. Clip Studio is pretty cool, I will say that. It changed my life as far as comic creation is concerned. I hate that I have to spend money to keep it open like this, but I feel like it's worth it. It's one of those things that's like an investment in the craft. Dixie, stop stalling and start coloring the flashback. I hear that. I hear you shouting. I hear you all shouting, even those who are not watching. Slowly zoom in. You can see all my inking mistakes, which I could just easily just fix up a bit. I don't mind the inking mistakes because that just kind of shows that a real human is doing it as opposed to an AI like generating these things. Someone's hand has been used to create this. That's what I love about it. About my little like inconsistencies here with the gaps in the stack of cash. I know it's a small amount, but you know, $10,000 doesn't really look all that big in the grand scheme of things. To quote Dodgeball. And of course, money is green. And inside a briefcase, dark brown. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. Just have to put a little bit of filler in here. Will it? Yep, okay. Well, the good news is, since these are being cut off by the panels, I can adjust the inks to where I don't have to worry about everything filling and be sloppy as I want to be. Just for reference, yep. Okay. And let's see. Yep, perfect. And now we can go back to coloring. Sometimes those are the things you gotta fix. At least I'm not beating myself up because of it. I don't know why I've been like focused on negative self-talk lately, but it's just been my brain lately. And of course, Penny's dad would be a rich asshole who doesn't like lesbians outside of his tabs. Not a fan of that. That's a little too dark. And a little too on the nose, to be honest. There we go. That's better. Okay, we're going to zoom in on that one. I think I have to change the color of the what layer. I can do that really quickly. Sometimes I forget to do the black line. I use a purple line, and that's because when I do shading I use purple, and I forget to switch over to the black line for the line art. But yeah, I think Penny is darker than that. Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely darker. Okay. She does the tanning booths. And eyes are blue. Oh, my back is popping like crazy. Poor posture. There's so much to color on this. Give her a pink button up. And grayish pants. Grab her hair color. just a little lighter. Do you like this stuff? Do you like me coloring, or do you like when I play video games, or do you like when I draw, or any of those things? Let me know. I really want to know what you guys want to see. I want to push more on the Twitch side of things and the streaming side of things in general. I'm doing YouTube as well. I'm multi-streaming actually. Okay, sweetie, have a good night. I will keep that in mind. And that the same color? Yep, that's the same color. I really need to stop eating a lot of sugar. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry, back. I had to step away for a bit. Hmm. Yep. Sorry, I don't have much to say right now. I'm just trying to stay focused. That's all. There we go. Now we can do this. There we go. That gets that emotion across. And this can work for background here. No, it can't because it's blending with her shirt. There we go. I just don't want her to get lost in that. Okay, so that is flats on that page. There's going to be all kinds of special effects and whatnot to make it seem a little bit more romantic and dramatic and fun, and I'm excited for this. This is a really fun page. I think I'm going to call it right now because I still have a little bit to do before I have to go to work. I'm glad for the people who came. I'm glad you came. If you're watching this on a VOD or something like that, let me know what you want to see next. Yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your night. Take care. Bye.